why you got to go to college. That's why you got to apply for that job. That's why you got to become an entrepreneur. You have to let God do his thing. I hope I'm helping somebody. Now, the theme of your conference, and I'm going home, is shift. Now, I learned to drive a stick shift 17 years ago in Germany. My son's godfather's name is James Butler. If James Willie Butler is watching this, I give him all the credit. He put me in a Toyota SR1. It's a little car about this big. You see how I think? And James was just as big. We were like two big buff dudes in a little bitty car. And James said, Ty, the only way for you to learn how to get this clutch and gas balance right is to go on the hill. Some of y'all catch this. I had to learn balance. Not too much clutch. Not too much gas. Not too much clutch. Not too much gas. Now, when I first did it, what do you think happened? Yep, the car stalled out. Because I was giving it too much of one thing. Catch me. I was giving it too much of one thing, and when you stall out on a hill, where you roll?
Back. Don't be in neutral.
So now, because I was in neutral, lukewarm, he's going to help me preach this message. Because I'm lukewarm, that's in my, I promise it's in my notes. Now I can't do nothing. Because I'm just sitting here idle. I'm in idle. I'm not in gear. And I can't get in gear because I'm not in the right position. In order to get in gear, I got to get in the right position. In order to get in the right position, I got to keep some things. One thing has to be heavier than the other. So when it's time for me to move forward, I got to get in gear. Which means I got to give it just enough gas that when I let go of the clutch, the transmission catches and I move forward. Now, if I do it halfway right, the car's going to buck. And you're going to have you're going to have some neck problems. But if I get that thing right, we rolling. Now, once I got pretty good at it, I could do some tricks.
All right.
Once I got good at changing gears, I was able to do some fancy moves. That one catch this. And so one day I wanted to show James how fancy I was with the car. It was his car too. And I was like, James, I'm gonna show you what I can do. He was like, man, I've been driving sticks my whole life. You ain't gonna impress me. I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna show you what I can do. Well, the problem is I stalled out in the middle of the intersection. And then I got it in first gear, and first gear, watch this, only takes you so far. Now it's time for me to get in second gear so I can build up enough momentum to go even further. And you know what James started saying to me when I wasn't putting it in gear at the right time? Shift!
Wow.
He was screaming at me.
Yes.
So he's in the passenger seat. Some of y'all catch this. That's the whole joke. We're in the driver's seat. See, I know that whole thing, God is my pilot. God, I'm not playing with that. That's semantics. Right now, we're driving this car because I've given you the power and ability to increase your own wealth. That's scripture. So now God is saying, hey, I gave you the car. I gave you the instructor. I gave you the Holy Ghost. Just listen. And there are going to be moments in our life when we're driving this car and the Holy Ghost is going to say, shift. You're going to make some people mad because he's going to say, shift. You're going to lose some friends because he's going to say, shift. You're going to have to pass up some opportunities that ain't really for you because he's going to say, shift. But if you shift at the right moment, you'll build up enough momentum to propel you where you want to go. I hope I'm helping somebody. We have an important opportunity. We're living in an important sector of life. I know we think the country is in turmoil, but could it be this is exactly what God wants us to be? Think about this for a second, and I'm done. My mentality said if God wanted it different, he could have killed him. He let us live. If he's the supreme, everything God that we call him, he allows something to happen. We got to learn to accept what God allows.
Yes.
Say that President Cooper just said, we all right? Somebody asked me, Ty, the country's going nuts. Politics, yeah, what you gonna do? Go to work tomorrow? Gonna get in there and fry me some chicken or whatever, get some food. We finna eat. Saints, we don't panic, we pray. We don't, church people don't panic. I'm not, forgive me, that's just me. I went to bed. I was not watching the news all night trying to figure out what I went to sleep. I had to work in the morning. Oh, well, you gotta still drive by 5. Traffic ain't changed. Your salary ain't changed. You still got the same kind of food you had when you. We don't panic because we're not moved by what we see. We have got to, in this revival season, shift so we can build up enough. Some of us are in second gear, and we're supposed to be in third. That's the altar call, right? Some of us in third gear, and we're supposed to be in fourth. I'm bad. That's New York fourth. Watch this. Some of us in gear, we're supposed to be in reverse. Okay, here we go. I just felt something. Forgiveness is a powerful thing. Some of us are in situations we so hurt that we become ornery and difficult to be around. When people start humming like that, I done hit a nerve. I'm not saying your nerve, but I done hit somebody's nerve. We are so, I'm going to use this word, discombobulated.
That's the word.
The devil has us discombobulated. Now, I played basketball for a little bit when I had good knees, right? And many times, and I'm really in my altar call, I hope you're feeling this. Because we score a lot of points, we think we had a good game.
Yeah.
That's right.
But then when I look at your stats, and your field goal percentage is less than half. It took you 10 turnovers to get 18 assists. Yeah, you got 20 rebounds, but you had missed opportunities over here and missed. But all we see is the in-game result. Oh, you won the game. You beat your opponent because you were better than. But what happens when something better than you comes along? So the devil don't play fair. He lulls us into a lethargic pattern. And I want to pray for some people because some of us are there. I don't want you to tell me if it's you unless you feel comfortable. But we've been lulled into a pattern. And we say, every year this time, I go through this. There comes a point in a believer's life where faith has to be the biggest thing you live off of.
That's right.
The Bible says the just shall live by faith. And without faith, it's impossible. There is no possibility of pleasing God if you're doing it with logic.
Yeah.
If you can figure it out, it ain't faith. And we have a unique issue in the church where we've stopped believing God and we believe logic. We do what makes sense. And meanwhile, God ain't never done what made sense. Read your Bible. He sent Jesus for us. That don't make no sense. He knew we were going to turn our backs on him. That makes no sense. He healed us and he knew we didn't deserve it. That don't make no sense. But we're trying to figure things out that can't be figured out. You got to live by faith. We have to shift from this low, just this comfortable nature. My mama used to tell me, if ain't nothing going on in your life, you better check your salvation. If the devil ain't fighting you on nothing, if your water is always hot and always cold and ain't nothing breaking in your house, you better check your salvation.
That's right.
Now, we win every fight. Let's get that twisted, but we better be fighting.
Yeah.
Forgive me, I'm violent from the projects. If you ain't fighting the devil on nothing, then the question is, why ain't he around trying to fight you on something?
That's right.
I'm just saying, let's get this thing real. Because the Bible says hell enlarges itself daily, right? It also says that there are going to be many that go to God and said, I've done many great works in your name. Now, there's an interpretation of that. I've cast out devils in your name. I've healed the sick in your name. The Bible says many great works. And here's what was unique to me that checked my salvation. He said, I never knew you.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know you. I forgot who you were. I never, at no point in your life did I know you.
Wow.
All the churching we doing, all the suits we wearing, all the skirts down to the floor, I never knew you.
Yeah.
It's bigger. Because could it be a sin that you don't accomplish the goals in your life and you miss heaven? Because God gave you a goal and you said, I'm too old for that. I'm too young for that. I'm too poor for that. I'm too rich. I hope. If you're too rich for something, give me some money. Could it be you miss heaven because you don't accomplish something that God mandated you to accomplish? If I didn't go to work today, that young man at the end of our conversation said, can I get your phone number? I said, why? He says, I've never grown this much in my life. No one has ever stood and challenged me and stuck it out with me. They all give up on me.
Wow.
Listen to this. I'm going to use myself because I don't want to embarrass nobody. He said, they told me I had a learning disability. I said, who labeled you? And I'm asking you, who labeled you? Whose label are you living out? Because many times we're living out labels that God didn't ordain for us. Because somebody told us we wasn't tall enough, we wasn't short enough, we wasn't skinny enough, we wasn't fat enough, we wasn't dark enough, we wasn't light enough, and we lived it out. And we're walking around looking in a mirror, trying to fix something that ain't even real. So I'm going to ask you a real good question. You check your own self. Young people, you too. This is a moment where coming to the altar ain't going to fix it. I did that and went back in the streets and did some crazy stuff. What you going to do when you leave here? When you get to Starbucks on your way home and God tells you, speak a word of life into this person that's handing you that Frappuccino.
Yeah.
Because once you've been revived, it's your chance to revive others.
Yes.
Revival happens when you go through a death experience. Okay, Mother said explain it to you. I'm not a doctor, but I watched a whole bunch of television. I stayed at the Holiday Inn. When something dies, in order to be revived, for the human body, we use electrodes. We use electricity, basically. They take these paddles, they warm them up, and they shock you back to life. Y'all gonna catch that later. It shocks you back to life. It jolts you back to life. The process happens because your body has literally stopped operating. And those electronics, those electrics, they really come and they revitalize what was dead. It takes an old situation and takes it back to where it used to be. But now you're in a more dangerous situation. Because once you die the first time, you are more susceptible of dying again. Which is why they have an entire team of physicians and a whole bunch of medicine you got to take. You got 66 books of pills. After this revival, you are more susceptible to being killed again if you don't get into that word. And don't take that medicine. And if you don't listen to your leadership and be around those doctors to help you, because they're going to notice when that heart rate is going down a little too low. The oxygen levels are a little too low. That blood pressure is a little too low. That pulse is dropping. And they can shock you again. And bring you back to life. And that's what this experience was. These 4 days were us being brought back to life. Because for some of us, life had escaped us. But now, we've been brought back to life. And here's our chance to take the medicine and listen to the doctors. Let's pray. And I want us to respect folks. For some people, this is a difficult situation to be in. Because we don't do real a lot in church. We call it playing church. We clap at the right time. We shout at the right time. As soon as they hit A flat, we gone. And then we get in our car.